Welcome to Pick of the Week, the part of What She Said podcast where we shamelessly spill on what's currently running our lives, making things easier, and just plain entertaining us when we probably should be folding laundry or doing some other chores. This week, we are sharing a delicious random mix of recommendations, and trust us, you're going to want all of them. Paige is telling us about a TV show where the dead are honestly doing a better job at relationships and communication than the living. If you're into comedy, chaos, and just enough supernatural spice to make you forget your own to-do list, then this one is a must-watch. Then we are heading straight into the mum hack territory. Emma swears her item is the goat of lunchbox prep, saving time, sanity, and fingers, but not to be outdone, I come in hot with the Kmart alternative. It's a kitchen showdown, so wait for it. And finally, in an unexpected twist, I find the best book magazine hack that lets you read or listen for free. And it doesn't cut you off after 30 days. And I'm going to give you 3 options. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
This is
I'm very
exciting.
generous. I'm very generous.
Yes.
So, whether you're a mum, a reader, a binge watcher, or someone who just wants to prep a lunchbox without losing their mind, we have something for you. Stick around, hit subscribe, and let's get into this week's pick. Okay, so Paige, let's start with you. What have you got to share with us this week?
So, my brother-in-law has been down and he has introduced me to a show which I find myself cackling at every time I watch it. And for some of you, you're probably going to say, "Oh my God, Paige, you are so late to this." But I don't care because it's like currently ruling my life. And it's called Ghosts.
Okay.
And it's freaking hilarious. It's got Rose McIver in it, and Rose McIver is one of my favorite movie trilogies, and it's a Christmas theme, and it's called The Christmas Prince, and I freaking love the trilogy because it's just romance. You know, I will love a bit of romance, but I digress. Anyway, so Ghosts is set in this mansion, and what happens is when a person dies on the grounds of the mansion, then if they've got unfinished
Unfinished business.
business, then they stay. But if they're all good, they'll either go up or they'll go down or they'll stay.
Can I ruin it? They get sucked off to go up. That's
Excuse
what the
me?
ghosts call it. That's what the ghosts call it.
They do. They call it getting
They
sucked
got sucked off.
God.
And so the show follows the story of Sam's long lost aunt who passes away peacefully in her bed. And as the ghosts call it, she gets sucked off up to heaven. And Sam and her husband Jay are then introduced to the lawyer who says, "Congratulations, you've inherited this beautiful mansion." Now, little do they know that there's actually ghosts living in said mansion until the fateful night when Sam accidentally falls down a flight of stairs and dies for a whole 3 minutes. This opening up the veil of the world of ghosts and the hilarity that goes with it. Now, there's one that really makes me laugh, and he's this ghost that is like the sort of Wolf of Wall Street sort of guy, and he's pantless. So you can just imagine what he was doing when he was dying.
Have you gotten to that yet?
I haven't gotten to that yet. No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You'll laugh.
Yeah. So I'm very much cackling myself on a evening basis because it's just lighthearted, it's funny, it's just something that you can put on in the background, but you actually find yourself like, I'll be, doing shorts or something like that, and I'll cue into what I'm listening to, and I'll be like, that's funny. So if you're looking for something that's lighthearted, you don't actually need to watch it to understand the storyline, Ghosts is definitely for you.
It's an easy watch.
Where am I watching this?
So you can actually watch it on Paramount Plus, but it's also available on YouTube.
Excellent. Might give that a little test.
Do it.
Make
It's
sure you
hilarious.
watch the American version because I've watched the American version in its entirety.
Mhm.
And I started watching the UK version, not as good.
Excellent. Thanks, Paige. Emma, what do
You're
you've
welcome.
obviously seen that show. What do you reckon?
Oh, I think it's great. I'm so glad you brought it to the table because it has made me laugh for many hours, many hours.
So how many seasons are there?
So, at this stage, it's up to its fourth season.
Okay, cool. Great. I will give that a little look-see. I love something that has more than
Hmm.
one season because if I get invested in it and then it ends after like 6 episodes, I'm really
I
annoyed.
know, it's
Yeah,
gut-wrenching, isn't it?
Yes. Excellent.
that's
Thanks,
right.
Paige. Emma, what have you got for us?
I have. So I had one of these ages ago and I had a very expensive brand. I think it was $45 or something. It was a gift. It has since broken
Oh
and
dear.
I've got a new one.
An
Oh,
It
apple
what?
is,
apple slicer.
it's an apple
Ah,
slicer. And we recently bought this one in Coles for $4.
shut the front door. That
So
is pretty cool.
don't be paying all of your a lot of places are $15, $25. You can actually get one similar to this, same sort of theory, like the segment bits and the corer, for $2.29 off Temu. So if you're not like me and don't get anxiety by the Temu little spinny thing
Oh, so
that it
annoying.
makes you spin, order it from there. Otherwise, just go to Coles and pay
Yeah, but
$4.
how much are you paying in postage for Temu?
I don't shop on Temu because seriously
Me
the
neither.
little spinny wheel gives me anxiety. I can't do it.
You
It
know that it's
frust
going to give you the best price
it
anyway.
just frustrates me that you can't look at things without having to navigate through that, and it's never ending. Like it just seems like
Mm,
you're like, okay, let's just skip it. Okay, and then it's like, no, you want something else. I don't want to win anything else. I just want to literally have a look first.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And I thought since it's along the same lines, I also have a melon
That
Ooh.
looks
corer.
very.
Are we sure that's a melon something? What is that
It's
for?
well, I mean, I am the vagina girl, so it is a melon slicer and it can also cut
A
all
How
of
mango?
does
your
that
rock.
cut melon? What the
All,
hell? It
Yeah.
looks like
it's
a vagina. It
I
does.
know
I'm not
it
gonna
does.
lie.
What
It
melon are you
also
cutting?
Yeah.
like a rock melon or a what's the name or a like any sort of
Honeydew.
honey melon, honeydew, yeah.
It looks like a
Um
mango. Like that's
you
the only
can.
thing that I could think would
Oh.
have a use for that center point.
I was going to say it's actually really good for your seeded fruit. So
Your big
anything with a
old
seed in
seed
the middle.
fruits.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I've actually never used it as a melon slicer. I've used it for my nectarines and
Ah,
Um,
that's
peaches.
interesting.
Yeah. It's just
Interesting.
really quick when you're doing kids' lunches.
Yep.
2 seconds instead of having to cut all the individual segments.
and
Hmm.
how what are you doing with your apples after you've cut them? Just putting them straight in the
Eating them.
lunchbox or eating them? Okay. I mean, the reason I ask is I too wanted to bring to the table an apple slicer that I bought. It's an
Ooh.
apple
I
off.
know.
It is
It is an apple
it's
It's
a
an
off.
apple
Cora
off.
off.
But can I say mine has would also work for all other things. Mine does not core, however, it does collect the core.
Oh.
So mine is
Oh.
the Kmart cup slicer. And if you haven't
Okay.
seen it, it is like a box contraption. And you have a rectangle that you insert at the top, and it is cut into like little squares, like multiple little squares. So you can actually put your apple in and slice it, and it comes out like chips, like straight cut chips. Or you want to
Ah.
make chips, put your potato in there and smash it down. And this is the great
Mm.
part, right? Is you get to smash it out. Like release that anger when the kid's going, Mom, 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 Mom. And you're like, you know what? Let's do an apple. Mm.
You're going to smash it so hard one day that you'll just break the little plastic square part that
You know what?
collects the food.
It's already given me my $12 worth, so I'm okay with that. I will pay another $12 and get another one.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
it also comes though with like the apple slice segments. It doesn't core though. That's the only thing. So we'll cut it into segments, but it won't core it.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy it. And I ask you what you do with your apple afterwards, because I've seen lots of things about people who go, if you put it in a bath of water with lemon juice, it stops it from going brown. I just put mine in a bath of cold water, in like a bowl of cold water. And it stops it from going brown in the lunch boxes. So I put it in the water and I finish doing the lunch boxes. I dry it off with a kitchen towel, put it in the lunchbox. Doesn't go brown.
Ah, that's great. But you're a day before packing lunches kind of gal.
I do pack the lunches the night before.
I'm a packing lunches as we're meant to be out the door kind of person.
Yes, we had this discussion, didn't we?
Not surprising in the slightest. You're a fly by the seat of your pants kind of gal.
Yep.
And then yell at the children.
That's the way my kids get anxiety.
Oh shit, Mum's making the lunch boxes again. And we're already late. Yep. But of course it's me, and I have a second pick of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I recently joined the library. And
yeah, you did. To get all those spicy reads that we've been doing.
Oh my God, I know. I was like, I need to record all the spice that I'm reading because no one else will believe me. I was more excited than I thought I would be, and it just hit home how old I must be that I'm getting excited over a library. Now, can I tell you the last time that I was probably taking books out of a library was when you had the stamp, and you know the noise of the stamp when you like hit it in the ink and you hit it on the paper. I wanted to be a librarian so much as a kid just to be able to do that. This is a lot of me smacking things. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah, you do have some pent-up anger issues, I think.
Wow, this has just turned into a whole other segment now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But off topic. So join the library. It is amazing. It has, like, you can rent DVDs, you can rent games like Xbox, PlayStation 4 games, Switch games. They have magazines. They have large font read. They have normal font read. They have obviously all the books. But hot tip that I got from my librarian was, she said you can go online to our library and you can actually read the book online through the library app. And I was like, oh, that's actually really good. She said, yeah, there's 2 other ways. I was like, indeed? And she said, yeah. If you use the barcode number on the back of your library book, don't know if this is for everywhere, but this is for Queensland or for my library. She said, if you go onto a website called Libby and you enter in that you have you are registered with the library, you can read their books that's on Libby. For those of you who have already known about Libby, did you know about BorrowBox? Because I didn't know about BorrowBox. BorrowBox is an app, a green app, and you can do magazines, books, audiobooks.
Wow.
And I was like, not paying for it, not cutting you off after 30 days, saying no, subscribe, no, pay your price. I was like, this is amazing. So the fact that we have to read a spicy book every month and I don't want to keep said spicy book, this is amazing for me.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Can I also blow your mind? Well, it might not. It's just what happens when you live in a really remote rural area. We have a portable library, so a truck that comes around and parks out the front of the school, and then it kind of expands out, so it goes like, and it, like, the stairs come down, and it's got the DVDs, the books, like all of the stuff in there as well.
And tell me you're rural without telling me you're rural sort of
situation.
Yeah,
exactly. I had that when I lived in Scotland in like a community of like, I don't know, I think there was like 25 kids that went to the whole entire primary school.
Yeah.
Like
we've got 19.
We had one of those. And we also had a little truck, a van that used to come around at like 6 o'clock in the evening, and his van had like a shelf that was like the size of the back of his van that pulled out again, and it was lollies. It was
my goodness.
Filled with lollies and treats. It was bloody brilliant.
Oh my goodness.
But he used to come around.
Hey little girl, you want a lolly?
Yeah.
You went there.
Come to my van.
I bet they didn't have their blue cards back then.
I bet you everyone in town knew who he was though. But it was so annoying because he used to come around when the number one song. So back in the UK, there was a show called Top of the Pops, and it gave you like a rundown of like the top 10 songs of that week.
Yeah.
And every time they announced number one, he was there. He was like, he
Oh
would
my
pull up, and I was like,
goodness.
and it was Whitney Houston.
Oh,
You know the song from Bodyguard?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just really like this song, and I really want to listen to it, but I really want a Bounty Bar.
Oh,
What do I want to do? Do I want the Bounty Bar? Do I want to listen to Whitney? Bounty Bar.
torn.
Bounty Bar.
So torn.
I mean, it was Bounty Bar. I would just run and run back in. But yeah, I love little rural towns.
Most reminds me of like the dental van.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, we're old. Dear God, we are old.
Or
All right.
Healthy Harold.
I know we still have, but I think Healthy Harold still goes around to everyone. Life education van.
Wow.
Australia wide, I'm pretty sure.
Never had any of that. That's pretty awesome. Well, that is a wrap for this week's Pick of the Week. A roller coaster of essential life upgrades and mild competitiveness. Paige is fully invested in Ghost, the TV show that proves even the dead have more drama than we do. Highly bingeable, low commitment, and spiritually chaotic. 10 out of 10 recommend from Paige.
Mm-hmm.
Then Emma is coming in hot with an apple slicer that is revolutionizing lunchboxes. One perfectly segmented Granny Smith at the time. Or are we
Ooh.
Pink Lady, Emma?
The kid's a pink lady.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
I'm a pink
I'm
lady.
Granny Smith. I'm a green apple gal.
Yeah, you sour bitch.
It just has to level out my sweetness.
Mm.
Oh,
See, you've obviously been called sour before. That was too quick for you to have a
no
comeback.
one asked for the Hallmark card.
But wait, not to be outsliced, I'm coming in swinging with the Kmart cup slicer, turning apples into snackable, stackable works of art. It's an apple slicer showdown because nothing gets to the core of modern parenting drama like aggressively and efficiently prepping fruit. Oh,
And bad mum puns.
That's what I'm here for. You're welcome. Oh, and while the rest of us were playing a fruit ninja in the kitchen, I proved once again I'm getting old by getting more excited than I really should be about joining a library. Yes, those still exist. But it's less ink and stamp and more scan and swipe. But a hot tip I'll happily share is how I unlocked the secret world of free ebooks. So now I'm smugly reading on the couch while the rest of us scroll through TikTok and pretend we're too busy for book club. Basically, it's ghosts, gadgets, and guilt-free reading. Catch us next time for some more slightly unhinged but totally brilliant picks. For more from us, please go and check out Unspoken, Pick of the Week that you've just listening to. Spill the Tea, we have revealed, which covers off our monthly book club and also goes into some deep dives that we talk about. And we're also covering off some of our entertainment segments. We have covered off maths, and we are currently at the end of Love Triangle. So stay tuned for the finale, which will be released on Monday. Please follow us on all of our socials, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We're everywhere, including YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. My name is Moira.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Emma.
And we are What She Said. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.